Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service call for a 2-pipe fan coil unit. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. We're working on a 2-pipe fan coil unit. Dear Lord, does this look insane? Bunch of relays and wires and all this going on. So the issue here and the complaint is that we don't have heat. Right now, the pipes are hot. So to get heating in this case, this valve actuator needs to open the water so it can flow through the pipe. The fan will blow air across it and we get heat. If the pipes were cold, it would know not to open up this valve because then we would get cooling and it would energize the 2 electric heaters that are here. So because we have hot water, we're gonna look into why this valve actuator is not opening. This is a Honeywell line voltage thermostat, room 71. We're gonna raise the temperature. Let's see what happens. Fan motor started. Turn off this light. This light's freaking amazing. This lit up. So this is gonna be a relay for heat, and this must be for cooling. I'm gonna mark it. Thermostat wire send power, and it goes into this relay. If you want heating or cooling, it's gonna energize one of these coils. So once it goes into here, you know, we're using normally open contacts. So once this coil is energized, it closes the contacts and then sends power to our auto changeover switches. This is the guy who kind of controls everything. And I'm looking at it right now. This one's not on properly. Looks pretty rusty. But from there, it actually sends power either, in this case, because it's heat, right? We're working in heat mode. It sends power either to our valve actuator, which right now we want to open, or to our relay, which energizes the electric heaters. It's that black relay there, kind of hiding with the 2 thick red wires. All right. So let's see. I mean, clearly we see the thermostat is doing its job. It energized this. Let's see if this relay is closing, and let's see if these auto changeover switches are doing their job. That's what I see it coming down to, because they said they changed this valve actuator like 3 times, but clearly that's not the problem. They could have just checked if there's power there. I'm kind of gonna eliminate it off the bat. I will check for sure, but there's no way you got 3 bad valve, 4 in this case, 4 bad valve actuators. Stop lying. Well, I guess we can follow this back. Where does this valve actuator go? All the way here. A little hard to see, but I'm pretty sure it's this wire right here. And then the neutral wire. Oh my God. This neutral wire right here, man. This thing is just taped. Don't try this at home, man. Oh my God, I think it's just taped. Stop. No wonder nothing works here, man. Well, volts. Be careful with that thing, man. Do we have voltage? No, we don't. Let me make sure this thing is actually... No, just wait. We don't have power going to this valve actuator. That's the problem. So who's in between this relay and this auto changeover stuff? Just kind of break down what's going on here, because if you see this huge mess, you're gonna be in for a wild ride, my friends. So let's narrow this down. Let's start with a wire nut. Come on, man. Our suspect, right? Wait a minute. Wait. This guy right here. And I see a broken wire right here. I see a broken wire right here. That might be it, actually. Could it be as simple as a broken wire? That might have just been lucky. Let me show you guys a picture. Stop it. This thing got pinched. Probably trying to close this cover. Gotcha. And let me see. Hold on. Wait. And it is one of these switches. I think we got a bad wire here. Alright, hold up. Let's turn this off. This right here. This red. I can literally pull it. Yeah, you already know. Alright, hold up. I saw it was open. Let me repair that real quick and let's test this again. Okay, power's off. So let's strip this back. Get back here. Let me get rid of that wire. Wow, it looks like it was pinched. Maybe this breaker tripped and they reset it. They're like, how come this is not working? Okay. So with these valve actuators, there's a stem on it where you can bypass it. So let me go over that with you so you guys can see. Look, that wire is already fixed up, okay? All right, this wire is now fixed. Let me explain how this goes. I'm gonna take this off so you guys can visually see it. To take this off, we're gonna hit the bypass and have it bypass open, and then we're gonna push the knob and then it comes off easy. Let me show you what I did. I'm gonna press this lever. You're gonna see it spring. So now it's closing the valve body, okay? So this lever is to bypass. So you're gonna push this, force it open, press it down, so when it springs back, it gets caught. And you're gonna press this button right here and this thing pops off. So right now, I'm gonna remove the bypass. It's called a spring return. So when it's energized, it opens, but when there's no power at all, when it loses the power, it just springs close on their own. So it's like a fail safe. They have other actuators. Well, there's so many different kinds. There's ones where you need power to open and then power to close. Then you have ones where there's like power all the time and then it sends like a signal from 0 to 10 volts DC and it modulates based on that voltage, but let's not get into that. So right now, if you see, right now, I have a lot of resistance around here. We're gonna leave that on. We're gonna push these auto changeover switches back on the pipe. Let's make sure this thing is actually reading hot water, but I think that's actually for the cold one. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. And if we notice it's open when there's no resistance through, so let's see if that fixed it. Set the thermostat to heat, let's see what happens. I'm gonna hold this. I'll keep my hand off of it because these guys be doing some weird stuff, man. Come on. You got a neutral with nothing. Okay. Oh, got the heat signal. Oh, look. The valve actuator is slow. You see it moving? I'm not putting any pressure to it. It's opening up. Yo, that was crazy. That was fire. All right, okay. So look. And I'll prove it to you. So you see? This fully no resistance. I'm gonna turn off the power. Like I told you, when it loses power, it springs closed. So I'm gonna kill the power. Watch it. That's it, guys. Show me the money. I got brand new auto changeover switches. Single pole, double throw changeover switch. Okay. Also, you want these clamped tight. This little piece here on the bottom holds it against the pipe. This thing is being held by a freaking cable tie. And, oof, they really look like they're in bad shape. You see some like serious rusting through here. Could be from just the water sweating over the cooling season, but since we're here, we're gonna hook them up. Customer agreed, we're gonna hook them up with 2 new auto changeover switches. And I guess we fixed the wiring for them. And there's other little things. I saw something else here that stood out. Oh, right here. See, there's nothing going to it, but this actually gets, there's power on this when there's a certain coil. So you want to tape these up or wire nut them closed, and then maybe another tape. But yeah, swapped out these rusty auto changeover switches. We did this because we've been having like a domino effect of these failed auto changeover switches. So since I'm here and the room is vacant, we went ahead and got it done. This machine is 20 years old. It did its job. All right, let's fix up the wiring a little bit, make sure everything is nice and neat, and we're gonna test it. Okay, just heat is energized, and I can feel up top that that stem on the valve actuator is actually loose, so that means that the valve open, good to go here. Let's go ahead and check temperatures and close it up. 72 in the room. There's the supply. 108. You already know that's heat right there. I don't like using this, but this saves me transfer overing my ladder, but you can already see 109. We got heat. That was honestly a nice catch. That's not something that happens often, but yeah, we put a wire knot over the neutral wire, found the broken wire, fixed it, changed it to auto changeover switches for the future, because next thing you know, you fix this thing, right? And then they're gonna be like, hey, this thing doesn't work again. So we're changing it as it is. Recommendation, it's just good for everybody. We made a little bit of money, and they're getting a little bit of more work that this unit can put in, and they can rent out these rooms. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. If you guys want me to make a video on how auto changeover switches work and where I can make a demonstration and explain it in depth, please drop a comment below. But we're pretty much gonna wrap this one up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.